Welcome to Broke Ass to Badass, where heart-led entrepreneurs learn to build the businesses and lives of their dreams with confidence, ease, and joy. This is the anti-hustle movement, and we're your coaches in badassery, Kimi and Pua.
Find out more at bledigital.com, and wherever you're listening to this, be sure to click subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Hey guys, as you may or may not know, we are hosting a free online business summit this month on Facebook. We're teaching all about how you can expand your reach, create more freedom, and reach your badass financial goals this year by blowing up your email list and your business. Today's episode is a recording of the first training that we had last Wednesday, and our next training is coming up tomorrow. So definitely get connected with us on Facebook, BLE Digital. And we're also doing bonus trainings each week, live Q&A sessions in our private Facebook group. And you can find that by going to bledigital.com/tribe. This training you're about to hear is session 1 of our Blow Up Your Email List Summit. We talk about why you want to blow up your email list and why you want to focus on email marketing this year to reach your goals. You'll figure out what you need and 3 simple action steps that you can take this week. So without further ado, here we go. Welcome to our first training for our Blow Up Your Email List in 2019 free summit. We're going to be coming to you live over the next few weeks. We have a training today's Wednesday, next week, and then the week after. And then we're going to be doing private Q&A sessions in our Facebook group, our private Facebook group, The Tribe. So if you're not there, be sure to hop on over there. bledigital.com/tribe is the quick way to get there. You just search The Tribe on Facebook. You'll probably find us. And so if you really want to connect with us, if you want to talk with us back and forth, ask us questions about anything that we're teaching today, that's a really great place to do it. So it's like bonus content. Okay, so we were talking about bringing the sexy back to email marketing and why. Oh my God, Pua's excited, you guys! I see her. She's like,
oh no, I'm so cold.
Or she's cold.
I'm trying to move.
I saw her she was doing this kind of dance. I was like, what? I want to know. Okay, she's cold. She's heating herself.
And excited.
So we're going to but email marketing, I think the reason why it when I say email marketing, I'm like, is that cool sounding? But because we've been most people have been talking about email marketing for a really long time, since email came out, right? And since, when did email start happening? 1995, something like that. And, so many companies have been doing email marketing of some type. And what happens is over the years, over the past 20 years, oh my God, all these other things come out, right? Social media, all these flashy things. And it can be really, those things kind of can sound louder, but it always comes back to email marketing. And what we're going to be sharing today is why it's coming back to email marketing even more and why email is still so important in the digital space. Volley.
Sorry, I'm in the comment. I have no idea where we are. Are we somewhere? Do I have a doc?
We're here.
Okay.
Hi. Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about just to lay the scene for you. First of all, we hope that you have some pen and paper, that you can take some notes. You are thinking about your own business and your goals for the year. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that in a second. But really this training is for you guys. We're just here to share with you the things, a lot of the things that we're going to be doing personally and why we're so excited about email, and also really easy, fun ways that you can begin really rocking your email marketing this year. And again, we'll start first and foremost with why.
Yes. Okay. So a lot of times we get questions from people saying, my email is overflowing. I don't like getting more email. I don't know why anybody else is going to opt into my email list because they don't want more email. It's become, remember that meme where in 1990, you get your AOL goes off and it's you've got mail. And it's you're yeah, someone sent me an email. And then you have this pile of like bills that came into your mailbox. And now all your bills come through your email along with everything else. And when you get a letter, it's like really exciting. So that's kind of the
Uh-oh.
extremely what
You're cutting in and out.
Oh no.
Okay. It's okay. Keep going.
Should I do something?
No.
I don't know what to do. I've closed all the things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should you do something? You have a spell you can cast?
Email marketing is still extremely like people have great success with email marketing. So I like numbers. So here are some numbers. The number of email users worldwide is forecasted to rise by 2.9 billion in 2019. 2.9 billion.
So crazy.
Billion rise. And we talked a little bit in our podcast yesterday about how like social media right now is the big thing, right? Everybody's selling on Facebook. Everybody's selling on Instagram, even Snapchat, which I don't actually even have on my phone, but apparently that's a big one. Like, and there are others that have come and gone, right? Remember MySpace? People were actually selling on that too. But that's the thing, they come and go. So yes, have social media, build those platforms, build your following, because right now it is super impactful, really powerful, but it's so important to also grow your email list at the same time. And it's just something that you need to be doing constantly in the background all the time. We're teaching this now, we're focusing on it now because it's something that we didn't focus on because we were focused on our other social media channels, on our products, on our services, on our delivering to our clients. And we kind of let our email list, we didn't prioritize it. And every coach we've ever had in the last couple of years has always told us, you need to build your list, build your list, build your list, build your list. And this is one of those things where, yes, it's important to have a great vibe, great money mindset, great intentions and be connected and in alignment and centered and all of that. But also know that this is a numbers game. And having a list, say you have a list of 100 people, typically most conversion rates are around 1 to 3%. So a list of 100 people gives you 1 to 3 paid conversions for whatever you're sending out to that list. And you just multiply it from there, right? So with that in mind, as we continue to talk today, think about not just how you can build your list like in any way possible, but how can you build your list keeping your ideal target market in mind, your ideal client, that avatar, that perfect person who's out there waiting to receive your emails and then in turn waiting to receive your service, right? Because the numbers game gets stronger when your list is full of people who are perfect for what you do and what you have. Does that make sense?
Totally. Yeah. And, the cool thing too about online marketing in general, and I think what we love about it is that it's always changing. And why is it always changing? It's always changing, but always like some things are always staying the same, but it's always shifting because people are always changing, right? Consumers shift and their awareness, like as humans, our awareness increases. And so, I love this quote. We were doing a little bit of research before this and came across this really cool article. And listen to this quote. The more social media platforms remain in the news for shady practices and abuse, particularly, I won't even say it, people begin to look for content elsewhere. Right? And social media platforms will always be popular, but people will receive their news and engage with brands in other less mediated ways. Okay, so really think about that. And what it says is that consumers want to connect with your brand directly without the interference of algorithms and pay-to-play strategies that affect which message they see. Okay, so what that means is that as consumers, we are getting keyed in. The more social media grows and the more sometimes restrictions and regulations are happening in that space, we start saying like, how authentic is this? Is this real? Like, what is this post or thing trying to get me to do? Right. So just like we become savvy to certain business strategies and tactics, that's happening often in the social media space. And it's not like good or bad or anything. It's just the way that we are as consumers. We start to like question different things, and that's what makes us so cool as humans. Right. And so in order to like, people are craving authenticity, and email marketing can be a really powerful way that you can drop back into somebody's awareness and say like, hey, yeah, I'm a real person right here. There is no algorithm affecting this email that's coming through to you. There is no ad money that is behind this email. This is just me talking to you. And so it's pretty cool if you think about it that way. And it really has gotten us thinking about, because that's who we are, right? We're heart-led entrepreneurs. And if you're watching this, listening to this, you're a heart-led entrepreneur too. And so we need to figure out how we can remind the people that we're connected to, that we're real people behind this, and that's not just a sponsored ad telling you to do something.
I like it. I like that we're so savvy now, and the market is so saturated with crap that we are forced to be authentic. We're forced to be true and kind and
Yes.
in alignment with what we share, right? Because people can feel that. And I love it. It's like we have no choice but to bring the humanity back to something that feels very disconnected. It's epic.
It is epic. Yeah. And I think too, like and I know we touched on this in our previous podcast, but also it's just that idea too, like the other why behind all of this is just not having all of your eggs in one basket, right? We see a lot of people now that are doing things like, and I think this is so cool too, like people that are doing social media fasts, right? Like they're going for long periods of time where they're not on social media at all. So if your whole marketing strategy is on social media, you're in trouble, because if somebody is doing 40 days, no Facebook or no Instagram, you're not going to be able to reach them. So it's cool that we are evolving as humans, and we need to evolve our marketing strategies. And like marketing even just sounds gross too. Maybe that word has a little bit of like heaviness around it too, but our communication strategies, right? So that we're not just only communicating on this one channel that perhaps we can't control as well as we like to think we can.
Totally. And there's a lot of fear, I think, that comes up for people when they think about creating an email list, or even, okay, so there are components of a strong email building campaign, we can say, right? So maybe you have like a free giveaway, and we'll go into more detail on this, but just to like lay the foundation of what I'm about to say, which I hope I don't forget. Right. So maybe you have like something free on your website that you give away, and then to get it, somebody will drop their email address in your little pop-up, and then they get added to your list, and you go from there. Right. And people are always thinking, what's the point? Because it's just going to get filtered into their spam, or nobody's going to read a subscription email. They're just in it for the discount, or, all of these things come up. There's a couple of mindset shifts we have to make here. One, it's a compliment that somebody opts into your email list to begin with, right? Because of this, people aren't just giving their email away for this and that anymore. They know that when they opt into something that's free, they are paying with their email address, and they are putting themselves on a list voluntarily. It's like a vote. It's their vote of confidence in your product or service. Two, yes, I don't open every single email that I receive from everything that I've opted into. However, I'm still on the list. I have the option anytime to unsubscribe, and so does everybody on your list. But, right? So we need to start to trust that whoever receives your message is getting it at the right time. Somebody is on the other side of the messages that you send. So take the fear away and know that benefit the receiver.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And definitely over the next few weeks, like we're going to be talking about, because you can't really think about email marketing as just like one big blob, right? There's different stages to it. There's the collection of the email, and then there's like, what do you do with that email once you have it? So we're gonna get into that a little bit more, and just remember that like getting the email is not just it doesn't end there. It's about the relationship then that you choose to develop with that person because they've had this exchange with you. Yeah. Okay. So let's dig into, that's kind of a lot about the why, right? Sort of from a marketing standpoint, why email marketing is cool and awesome and something that is definitely a great investment in your time this year. And also, there's the personal why, right? There's the personal why that has to do with like your why of your business. Like I love the saying, like your why is your fire, right? Your why is why you're doing what you're doing. And especially when we're learning something new, when we are creating something new, whether it be on our website, like a new plugin or some of the things that we might be sharing with you, you want to know why you're doing it, right? Not just the why, like, okay, Kimi Pua said, or businesses, business looks like it's going this way, but why for you? Why do you want to share your message? What is your message, right? All of that big vision work that we work with you on, because that is going to drive you and that's going to help you to implement some of these things that might be a little bit out of your comfort zone. And when you really connect to why you're doing something, it makes it so much easier. And so you're aligned, right? It's coming from a place of alignment rather than just like, oh, this is something that I should do. And one of the best ways that you can get really, really clear on your personal why is to do some big visioning. And our favorite way to do that is with our weekly planner. So many of you have this already, our Badass Weekly Biz Planner. And what we love about it is not only will it help you to create a big vision for your business, for your life, and help you to stay aligned with that vision week after week after week, but also there is a tracking component to this version of the planner. So it's specifically designed for an online entrepreneur, which means that there's a place where you can say like, how many email subscribers do you have right now? And it's okay, whether it's 0 or 10,000, you are where you are and it's perfect. So be sure to download a copy of that. And you'll notice this is like, we are teaching you a strategy right now as we're sharing this link with you, right? So it's bledigital.com/badass. And you're going to enter in your what? Your email address. And we promise that we will, honor this relationship and that we have a gift for you on the other side of that, which is the business planner. So if you don't have that already, go to bledigital.com/badass so that you can track where you are, where you want to go, and how you grow over the next few weeks.
That's it. We just wanted to get your address. We'll see you later. Awesome. So you'll find in this planner, and if you guys have been following us for a long, long time, we've been like making planners since the beginning of time. I don't know. It's just been like our thing. And this is very, very different from the original best week ever, best life ever weekly planner that we had. We loved that. That was really great. And that is definitely like, that was more of a all-encompassing life planner. And this is very business specific. What I love about this, I really enjoy numbers. And this is very numbers and also kind of alignment focused. And the first page really that you can write on is for tracking, as Kimi said. So, and this comes at a great time. We've talked about this a little bit in past trainings, like in the last week or so. So I apologize if this is, I don't like that saying beating a dead horse. It just makes me really sad. So maybe we can just say that this is repetitive. I don't know. We'll think of something better. Beating a pillow that has no stuffing, whatever. Anyway, I guess the horse is already dead. It's like not that bad, whatever. Okay, so 30-day review. So what we really are excited to share with you guys is this, not just tracking of where you are now and where you want to be, but also tracking and celebrating where you've come in the last 30 days or more, whatever. Like make this whatever it needs to be to serve you best. If you need to change some of the numbers, change some of the numbers. But what's really cool is once you start using this, I would say for about 3 months or so, you're able to look back at past entries and past metrics and really see how you've grown. This is something that Kimi and I could do more more often, right? Like even this morning, she sent me an update on our email list and I was like, what? When did that happen? Because I don't track our metrics as often as I'd like to. And sometimes it's exciting. Like it's almost better. It's like a surprise if you don't do it that often, but also you kind of want to have a good indication of where you are and where you want to be and what you can tweak to get to that goal. So yeah, that's kind of the first page is some tracking. And then we go into a series of very intentional questions. This is something that has been a part of all of our planners and all of our weekly check-ins with each other, everything that we've ever done with our clients. And is it Tony Robbins who said the quality of your life is determined by the quality of questions that you ask yourself? So yes, these questions are designed for an entrepreneur, but they are also really great questions to ask yourself as a human and to do with your teams or to do with your family, right? So go through this, check out the questions, and really try to make it a point to schedule in your calendar once a week a time to do this process. It'll take like half an hour to an hour, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Half an hour once you get good at it.
I loved how, so I actually, when I do my personal, what I do is I ask those same questions, but in Evernote. So I have like the whole past year of, all my weekly plannings, like 52 weeks of what was my challenges, what were successes, blah, blah, blah. And it was so cool to review all of that this past year. I think I talked about this on a podcast maybe, but man, it was just it's so informative because you can really see so clearly like, okay, these are definitely things that consistently bring me joy. And these are definitely things that consistently challenge me. And so with that information, you have so much power and you can really use it to create the week, the life, the freaking, life of your dreams. So,
like so off topic, but I have one more little hack for this too. Like, so do this planner every week. Even just like give yourself a month. It doesn't matter. But the thing you want to start looking for are patterns. So Kimi said, like, this consistently gives me problems. This consistently lights me up. What patterns do you recognize? And sometimes the only way to recognize patterns that we experience are when we track or when we do something like a ritual like this. For me, there are things that I would just let go. And it happens over and over and over. And I'm not even aware of it. It's not even in my consciousness until I start to write it down and become aware of it week after week. So yes, this is for business. So start with it, it's a challenge. If it's something you want to change, am I breaking up again?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay. I see it. It turns red. My little things, they turn red. No. Okay, cool. Anyway.
It is what it is.
Okay, it is what it is. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh yeah. So when you find things that you want to shift, reach out. That's what these groups are for.
Yes.
Join our tribe, bledigital.com/tribe. Is that it?
Yep.
It is such a supportive group of people, entrepreneurs, people who want to have businesses, who have had businesses in the past. There are so many solutions and just cheerleaders in there for you. So that really is like the best hack for this ever.
Yeah. And if you see a pattern and it's happening again and again, like that, like get some outside intel, right? Like support to kind of figure out how to shift it. Because if you knew, it wouldn't be repeating most likely. Right. So that's what we're here for sure. And then I think the other thing about tracking our numbers too, it just helps us to not be such a-holes to ourselves, because we have a tendency to feel like we're not growing, where nothing's changing. And like, that's just our human nature. We tend to think that things are going, like they're not growing as fast as we think they should or something, or that we don't typically take that time to like celebrate the expansion. And so seeing it clearly, it's like, like how many times have we had that conversation, right, Pua, where we're like, oh my God, like we thought we were doing so shitty and actually we're doing great. So Sorry, I swore. Okay. So, again, we're talking about the things now that you'll need in order to create this, blow up your email in 2019. So your first one is your why and a tracker, right? So you can get that by going to bledigital.com/badass. And the second thing you're going to need is a way to collect emails, right? And we have actually talked with people that are just doing this by manually collecting emails and just manually sending out emails via Gmail. We do not recommend that.
Totally fine if
Yes.
that's your jam.
If you love that, we're not here to take away what sparks joy for you, but may we suggest there are so many simple, free or very, very affordable tools that you can use in order to begin to collect emails and make this really, really simple for yourself. And so most of you, I'm sure, have heard of MailChimp. That's usually the one that we recommend for people to get started with. At this point in our email marketing, we use a more robust CRM, customer relationship management system, which is Entreport, and that can also helps us to create sales pages and different things. We help some of our clients do all of their email marketing through Kajabi, which we absolutely love. Let us know if you want us to send you any information about that. And we have a link for you guys to get a free trial, and or a longer free trial. But MailChimp is a really simple, great place to start. We were on MailChimp for a really long time. It's actually just gotten better and better and better. You can even do a lot of the things. There's a lot of things you can do with it now that you couldn't do when we first got started with it. So it's a great tool, really, really user-friendly. And this will change your life. If you're manually emailing people right now, oh, good Lord, you are going to love this, because it is going to allow you to just communicate just like that so quickly and make things pretty and do all kinds of cool stuff. So definitely you want to get MailChimp or some other similar platform to get started with.
MailChimp is free for up to 2,000 subscribers and 12,000 emails per month. So unless you are going to explode, which is totally possible. You could blow up your list to more than 2,000 tomorrow if you did, I don't know what, went door to door and then you just ask everybody you knew to join your, whatever, do what you got to do. It's possible. However, when we are collecting email addresses in the way that we recommend, that's very aligned, and you're getting your target market, it takes a little bit of time. So you could do free email marketing through MailChimp for quite a while, right?
One caveat is that what they call it? A caveat?
I think so.
That word just sounded really weird when I said it. You say a word sometimes and you're like, what does that even mean? Anyway, one thing is that if you want to do automations, it's $10 a month. But it's $10 a month. Oh my God.
Well, and if you're just starting, you're probably not doing too many automations. And I feel like having a business in general, but online, especially in our experience, it's this this works for now. And then you grow and you grow and you grow and you're like, God, this is annoying. And then you level up. And then you're like, okay, this works. Da, da, da. God, that's annoying. And then you level up. It's your annoyance factor determines when you go to the next level.
So
right?
true.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
So as long as you're not irritated by wherever you're at, just keep doing it.
But I just love that the next level of annoyance for MailChimp is only going to be $10 a month. We never paid more than $10 a month, right? So some of these things, it's when you get annoyed, then it's oh, surprise, you have to pay $150 a month. But this, you're going to you're never going to have to pay more than $10 with MailChimp.
Totes.
Yeah, unless they change something, which they might. So
all good for now. I'm in their FAQs right now. Because I was like, is it still free? It's still free.
Yeah, and know this, that and this is something that kind of gets people hung up on choosing which platform. Pretty much, any service that you choose, you're going to be able to export those contacts so that you can move from one system to the next really, really simply. So you're never really locked in. And
that's anything ever. There is always... It might be a little MacGyver-y, but there is always a way to change anything, fix anything. You're like, oh, I bought this domain name and I hate it, but I bought it and I have it for a whole year. Who cares? The domain is $12. Buy a new one. emails. Oh, I use MailChimp and I hate it. Great. Use something else. Like you cannot screw this up. The only thing that you can do that makes you like screw it up is just not trying anything because you're afraid of messing up. So if all of this sounds really foreign to you, but you're like, I think this is going to be really helpful for me, go to MailChimp.com right now, sign up for something, or like there are businesses out there that use free Gmail, something at gmail.com. And that's their business address and it's free and they are killing it. So just take action. That is the foundation of being a badass entrepreneur and a badass human is just take action in the direction of the things that you want.
Boom.
Bye.
Okay, so the third thing you'll need, although that was a bonus thing, I was like, you just need some badass action taken energy. But the third thing you're going to need is to know who your target market is. And this is, Pua kind of talked about this earlier, right? You'll get this from doing your big visioning, but you really want to think about who it is that you want to be communicating with your email. And that's important because this is not just about collecting a bunch of emails to collect emails. This is about really collecting the emails of the people that you can best serve and that really want to hear from you. And that's going to help all kinds of things. It's going to help your open rate. It's going to help your the overall satisfaction of the people that are on that list. It's going to help you to your conversions in terms of when you do start selling things or sharing things with them, your numbers are going to be higher if those people are actually interested in the thing that you're talking about and sharing. And so it's really, really important to know who those people are. And this isn't going to be important in the following trainings that we do too, because we're going to be sharing with you, or actually, it's going to be in the next section of this very training because we're going to be giving you some simple tools that you can use in order to collect emails. But again, you want to make sure that those tools are aligned with the people that you actually want to be talking to and serving.
True. Because, so this happened to us, our list is full of wonderful people that we love. And it's also full of people who have been opting into our lists in our business for like 4 years. And we didn't always do digital media for business owners or coaching for entrepreneurs. We used to do, a lot of corporate stuff. We did some health and wellness. So we have people from all walks of life on our list. So when we calculate our conversions for launches or promotions that we run, our conversions feel like they're, oh my God, can you hear the dog dreaming? Like sorry. They're, oh my Lord.
I can't hear it at all.
Oh my God, it's so loud.
Oh, poor thing. What's he dreaming about? Don't you want to know?
God. I don't know. He's like, what? Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, our conversions seemed really, really crappy. It was like 0.5%. I don't know. It was like really bad. But we think about like the people who, and when we look at the opt-ins, so we can segment our list, right? So we can see who's opted into the planner, who's opted into something from this date to this date. And then our conversions are banging because that's our true ideal target market and our ideal. So yeah, if you get the wrong people on your list, it's a big list. Yes, that's great, but your conversions will be smaller. So it's totally worth putting in the extra effort and the extra time to get really clear within yourself first. Like get in alignment and figure out who that person is, and then take the time to craft messages and create a download or something that those people would appreciate most. So yeah.
That's a perfect segue into what we're going to be talking about next, like this final. So first we were talking about what you'll need in order to really blow up your email in 2019. And now we're going to be talking about some really like what we like to call as like low-hanging fruit. Okay. So like your first email marketing, like 101. So some of you may have some of this in place, but this is a really great time to now thinking about your why, thinking about your big vision. You might want to shift some of these things. We've certainly shifted some of these things over the years. And so there's always an opportunity to fine tune and tweak as we go. So the first one, as Pua just was talking about, would be an email grab on your website if you don't have that already, right? So an email grab on your website is something like for us right now, people go to our website and a pop-up comes up, right? Pop-ups are really great on websites because they're like, hey, click me. And ours is all about, it's the planner, right? It's like grab your free weekly planner. We also, as you notice, have this like separate sales page, or not sales page, but like email grab page, bledigital.com/badass, where you can also grab the planner, but that's also available on our website. This is something that is really aligned because for us, right, it's a business planner for online entrepreneurs. So you can tell it's super targeted for the people that we are working with and that we're the most excited to work with and support. And it also means that when that person downloads that planner, when you download that planner and you get on our list, you are when you get all of our emails that are about like business planning and online business, you're not going to be surprised. You're going to know like, okay, that makes sense. This is aligned with the planner that I got. So we've had various different downloads on our website. Some did well, some, not so much. This planner has definitely been one of the most successful downloads that we've had. And I think it's mostly because, well, there's a lot of value there. Like we really believe in giving a lot of value in your download. And it's also very specific, right? And it very much ties into the services that we provide. So take some time to think about what your email grab will be, what your pop-up, what your free gift is that you would be giving to somebody, and make sure that it is like a little morsel, like a little sampling of who you are and what services you can offer, how you support people. Of course, we've seen many people do things like meditations, right? That's like a sample of their work. Maybe it's a free training, a video training, or a webinar or something like that. Maybe it's recipes if you are a food blogger. So think about something that is aligned. That we also have seen many of our clients, we've helped them with formulating quizzes and things like that, right? So things that very much lead into their business, quizzes that are aligned with their business. So yeah. Anything more to add to that? And
this too, like, don't worry about choosing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, we had this 5 secrets checklist. The thing, and we like literally, guys, we had it on for like 2 years as our free download. And like, this is just another kind of clue. We weren't prioritizing or paying much attention to our email list and the success rate of our free download. And nobody really was banging down the door for that thing. But somebody told us, oh, checklists do great. It was fine. Like there was some value in it. It wasn't terrible. But when we switched to the planner, our list building activities began to explode. So another thing you might want to do is have a couple of ideas and test them. Have a checklist, run it for 2 weeks, then do a video, run it for 2 weeks, and do a whatever else, and see which one does the best. That's what having a business that you are in control of, like that's why this is so fun. So change the download, but nothing else, right? Keep the messaging relatively the same. Keep the however you're promoting it relatively the same, and then just change the download. Or keep the download the same and change the copy. Or keep the download the same and change the channel that you're promoting, right? Like it's like a science. What's science? Science experiment. Science. Oh, and remember, you always have the control beaker, the thing that never changes. And again, use your planner to track your results. Tracking is so huge. We cannot stress it enough because over time we forget what actually happened and we kind of start to remember what we hope happened because we really liked our checklist and we really wanted it to do well, but people really liked the video better, So trust what you see and get feedback. again, if you want to share your download in the tribe and ask what our thoughts are, do it. Our tribe is very supportive and very honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and two quick things to add to that. So one is we're also big fans of looking at your own behavior. So we guarantee that you have given your email up for something. So what was it about that thing that was enticing? What excited you about it? What makes you give your email away? And that can give you some clues as to what, because typically our ideal client often is, there are similarities between us and our ideal client. And so, yeah, just look at your own behavior and see what you've traded your precious email for. And then the second thing is a little shameless plug here. This is also a service that we provide for people. So if you go to our website, bledigital.com, and you go to our, I forget what's it, services, is that what it is? Tab on our website, you can see that we actually have a product online where we help people to create their email grab, like all the tech behind it, the email grab, your welcome campaign if you want. So definitely check that out because you can outsource this stuff too.
/digital media.
Yes. bledigital.com/digital media. Boom. Okay.
Changing things.
Yeah. Okay. So next, low-hanging fruit. Yes. This is a good one. This is such a simple one. And we learned it just only recently or had the guidance to do this just recently from Sherry Lee, our amazing Facebook ads ninja. She is so freaking awesome. If you guys are not connected to her, we will drop a link we'll tag her in here because you guys need to have Sherry Lee in your life, okay? And she helps us with our Facebook ads and is just such a wizard, all things Facebook, but also she's just an amazing coach. And we have been talking about our strategy for building up our email list. And we'll talk more in depth in the following trainings after this one are going to be a little bit more advanced. And we're going to be talking more about Sherry Lee and some of her strategies. But she gave us such a simple thing to add. And that is that when people join your Facebook group, they have those 3 questions that you can ask them, like how do they find you? You can write whatever you want. And our questions did not include an invitation to be a part of our email list. I don't know. It's just something we didn't think about. Our questions were how did you find us? What are your biggest challenges when it comes to growing your business? And have you told yourself how awesome you are? Which those are great questions. And it was really fun to see if people had said, asked themselves if they told themselves they're awesome or not. But even more valuable now, we ask people, would you like to get a copy of our planner? Give us your email and we'll take care of that for you. We'll send it over and we can add them to the list. Now you do have to track it. It's important because for regulations, right? You have to make sure that you know where you got people's email and that you have track of the fact that they gave you permission to use their email and all that. What do they call that? The regulation GDR. Anyway, you know what it is. Mm-hmm. And so, And so track it. We recommend that you just do like a Google sheet or something.
GDPR,
that's the one. And we just take a little screenshot, right?
General Data Protection Regulate.
That's the one. Yeah, so simple. Just make that your 3rd question. And you can very easily maybe just batch it, right? So all at one time, or you can have a virtual assistant take all of that information, add them to your list, send them the planner, all that good stuff. So super simple, low-hanging fruit.
I'm posting Sherry Lee's Facebook group. So
I'm not paying attention. Oh, okay. Thank you for that.
So I don't know where we are.
Okay. We're on number 3.
Also looking up GDPR. And doing things that are not related to what we're talking about. I don't even know where this doc is.
Okay. So
I've faked it well enough this far, but I'm admitting to the fact that the doc is not open on my computer.
I'm like just about to jump in and finish it, but then I'm like, I know you're gonna find this doc in a second. Okay, so the 3rd low-hanging fruit, and again, this is just this is sort of like an overall strategy, right? And what we want to be thinking about, again, we're in the next few trainings, we're going to be talking a little bit more some advanced email marketing strategies, but really take some time after this, like your homework for this training is to think about what all your platforms are. So as part of the tracker that you have, you can have a list of all of the platforms that you're on, right? Maybe you're on, maybe you have a Facebook group, maybe you have of course you have a Facebook business page, hopefully by now. You have Instagram perhaps, maybe you have YouTube. So really simple. What you're going to do over the next few weeks and certainly this year is think about how you can drive anybody that visits those platforms to your list builder, right? To your MailChimp, to your wherever it is that you're collecting emails. So this could be a strategy where you're talking about, like for us, right? We do a series of Instagram stories and a series of Instagram posts that are talking all about the planner. Where can people find it? Well, we drive them to the link to get the planner, right? So just thinking about, and I keep doing this because this is what a marketing strategy is. It's knowing where you want people to go and going to all your other platforms and funneling them into that one spot. So be thinking about ways that you can, what is your overall marketing strategy going to look like for your email, and how can you continually plant that seed, message it to people that you want them to opt in to your email list? Because from there, once they're there in your email list, oh my goodness, there is so much that you can do, right? It's like collecting all of the people in this one room for a party so that when you launch that course this year, when you launch that service, you have that all of the people that are just there and ready to say, hell yeah.
We keep hearing this phrase from our business coaches. I hear it on podcasts all the time now, and it's guerrilla marketing. And there was guerrilla marketing. So when I was in business school, we learned about guerrilla marketing, but it was like you like hand out flyers kind of guerrilla marketing. And this like online business guerrilla marketing is like you don't pay for your leads from Facebook ads or Google ads or whatever. Like you're not building these complex funnels, because even funnels like ClickFunnels was the leader in online marketing for years for entrepreneurs. It still works. Like funnels still work. And there's a lot of messaging out there right now, like you can do it without the funnel, this, that, blah, blah, blah. There is a time and a place for everything. And if you want to do a funnel, have a funnel. They work. It's fine. But you can, like, people are under the impression that you have to have a funnel to have a successful online business. You have to have a funnel to get people on your email list. You have to have a funnel to sell. That is where it's not true. Guerrilla marketing, like really what you could do is you have a website. My website's awesome.com. And you just go out into the world and go about your business. And every time you go to the bank and you input a check and then you're like, by the way, like I have this cool thing. I think you might really like it. It's my website's awesome.com. Like go there. It's free. Talk about it to everybody all over the place if you think that they're a good fit for what you do. When you are doing a social media post, when you are recording a video, when you're doing Facebook Live, if you have a podcast, always include a call to action. And if this is something you're focusing on, let this be the call to action over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Don't worry about people getting annoyed or spamming people. What's the statistic? It's like, and it used to be 7. I want to say it's somewhere
11.
between 7 and like 21 now, right?
Yeah.
So people need to like hear, see, smell, taste. I don't know.
They need to smell you at least 14 times.
The same message, right? Like you need to sensory overload people with your message before it even enters their consciousness. So the first 5 times somebody sees something that you post, they don't even realize that they've seen it. Remember that and stop worrying about overloading people with a message. Just be consistent.
Amen. Yeah. And one thing too, so for some of you you have in real life events, and also you're moving more into the online space. We talk with a lot of clients like that. And here is a great way to hook up your future self. If you ever do an in real life event, try to have some type of Wi-Fi where you can have people just like opt in to your email list instead of like manually collecting those emails written down, because it's just such a simple little shift. And if you can think of that, like where you actually want them to end up, it'll save you time, because we see a lot of clients that, they'll collect emails, whether they be cards or business cards in a bowl or a list of emails, and then they have to go through that process of getting them all inputted into MailChimp, which you can do. And by the way, you should definitely take a screenshot of it, send it to a VA or something to have them input that. Don't be manually inputting emails into MailChimp yourself. You don't need to be using your time that way, but just be thinking about that overall strategy, so that if you are doing this guerrilla marketing, which awesome, do it like that, you're also hooking up your future self, so you don't end up with a bunch of emails that are just sitting there. Yeah. Okay. So
I gave up on the doc.
Okay. So here we go. We're wrapping it up. So we are sure maybe you have lots of questions after this. Don't worry. We got your back. You're going to join us in the tribe on Facebook, bledigital.com/tribe. That's our central perk, as Pua likes to say, where we like to hang out and we talk, and we're there to answer any of your questions. On Friday, we're going to be at the same time. We're going to be doing like a fun, little bit more this is pretty casual, let's be real. But we're going to be doing like a hangout and answering your questions back and forth. And any questions that you guys have, you can post them there. And it'll be like a bonus training. So we'll be sharing stuff there that we didn't share here and that we won't share anywhere else. And definitely grab your tracker. You're going to need that. bledigital.com/badass. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, we love you. What's up, podcast fam? You are also welcome to join us in the tribe and take a screenshot of this. If you're watching this, listening to this, and tag us at Broadcast to Badass on Instagram, because we like to hang out there too.
Yep. And if you're watching this on Facebook, you can share it. Share it with your friends.
Yeah.
Share it on your page. Everywhere you go. And
do it.
Yeah.
All right. So next week, we'll be talking about some more advanced strategies. Make sure you're RSVP'd in our event. And it sounded like I said you peed in our event. Make sure you RSVP.
That's the nice thing about an online business. People can't pee on your doorstep. But they can definitely leave, there's digital pee that people leave on your doorstep. Like a bad Yelp review is like digital pee on your doorstep.
That is so true.
Right?
That's like a tweetable right there. Oh, wow. Okay. So yes, some more advanced tactics next week. You guys are going to love it. And we'll even talk a little bit more about like what to do with those precious emails once you have them. And
Kahale, Friday is 9:30 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time.
Yes.
Please Google what that is for you, because we've had a lot of mishaps on calculating time differences. And like daylight savings, that change happened so long ago that we can't even blame it anymore, but I'm out.
Yeah. We should add that to our calendar right now when it shifts over, so that we can, I
think it's in there. It's like on the holiday one,
Oh, yeah. You're right. Okay, good. Awesome, guys. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we will talk to you soon.
Bye. Okay. Bye-bye.